Hi, if you're here, it's because you're curious about one thing: how I can help you get more jobs and grow your trade business. My name's Mike Greene, and I'm recording this business for you to explain how I can help you scale to 7 figures, get off the tools, and get twice as many jobs. But importantly, to do that without being chained to your business 24/7. I do this with my proven transformation mapping system and one-to-one mentoring directly you and me. If you don't double your jobs and free up your time within 6 months, I'll keep working with you for free until you do. And here's why I can make that promise: results. I've built business in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, America, and 18 European countries. My rags to riches story got me put onto Channel 4's Secret Millionaire, explaining some of the background and how I built those businesses. So much so that I was awarded an honorary doctorate of education for helping people develop and grow beyond school. I'm a deputy lieutenant representing the royal family in King Charles for Cambridgeshire, and I've developed, as well as building business, hundreds of properties, and we're in planning currently to build over 350 new homes in the former site of the Papworth Hospital. I partner the gypsy billionaire Alfie Best and am CEO of his Best Wealth Network. And I have a podcast where I've interviewed dozens and dozens of successful people on their journey and the systems that made them successful. That podcast is called Success is a System. And it's those systems that I focus on and have always focused on that build a business. I've helped hundreds of trade businesses, owners like yourself, to get off the tools, to boost their sales, and to scale their businesses. Let me give you a few examples. Tom and Mark Rubery of Blue Flame Energy. Working together, I helped them take their business from £500,000 to £4.5 million in just 1 year. That's a 9 times growth in less than 12 months. They expanded their team from 4 people to 26. And what they said was, Mike gave us a clear roadmap and kept us consistent with our goals. Results have been life-changing. Sales soared, our team grew, and the future is brighter than ever. It's great to also hear that they said if you're serious about growing your business, mentorship with Mike is worth every penny. Dale Summers, Excel Scaffolding, for years bubbled along just over around £3 million. In 12 months, we grew that to £5.1 million using the systems and the transformation mapping system that I've developed over years to help people grow and scale their business. And Dale said, we bought a new yard, we built a senior team, he got his life back in focus with his health and his family. The sales and profit growth is incredible, but getting my time back was life-changing. Andy Nutt, on construction, bricklaying business, building hundreds and thousands of homes, doubled their business in under 12 months. And the thing that they said was that I helped them move from juggling tasks to focusing on clear goals and a strategic roadmap. Calvin Bannon, literally a one-man band on the tools, working hard, very good at what he did, but was tied down. We tripled his sales in just 3 months. And he said, before Mike, I had big dreams, but no clear plan. With my guidance, we built a roadmap that transformed his business and took him from 0 employees to 4, but more importantly, in a quiet time of the year for boiler sales, hitting 40 boiler sales a month. We work on the things that I'm going to share with you: clarity, strategy, and accountability. And the results speak for themselves. And I could go on. Damien, we doubled his portfolio from 18 to £35 million of property ownership. I think you get it now. We're great at helping people build trade and property companies, people like yourself, to get more jobs, to grow your business, and to get off the tools. If you're watching this, it means 2 things. You're tired of not having enough jobs, and you're tired of doing everything yourself, and you want a business that doesn't consume every waking hour. You're probably also tired of never having enough cash to grow your business and being stuck on the tools, which is further amplifying those challenges. Well, don't worry, because I'm going to show you my proven transformation mapping system that will help you scale your business, make more money, but more importantly, get off the tools. Let me explain that. This is a fairly busy slide, but I want to go through it because what it'll help you understand is most people in trades become an apprentice and get qualified as a gas safe engineer, as a qualified electrical engineer, as a bricklayer, a scaffolder, whatever the skill is, but we have that skill. It's very hand-on, working from job to job, personal effort, but with one man building it, you can only ever have one man's income. However good you are, you're limited to how much time you have. But in the same way you learnt the skills to build that trade, I'll give you the skills, the sales system, the how to build winning teams, the finance and cash flow understanding, building your brand, the marketing and the operations to project manage, time manage, and plan all that you need to do to transition from being a tradesman to a businessman, where suddenly you're employing other people. You're growing through a team effort. You've got a constant flow of leads coming in, and you're managing those teams to leverage that income without it being all about you. So we transition from being a tradesman to being a businessman. And then once we've got that business building and ticking with winning teams, with finance system, with sales systems, with marketing systems, you're building the brand, we can start to diversify into other complementary areas of business or other investments that will turn you from a businessman to an entrepreneur. And that journey is what my system has been built around for years, and it's helped thousands of people. Let me tell you about that 3-step system, because we're going to take you on that journey. So just to summarize, from being a tradesperson, transforming those trade skills into a scalable business. And then from a business, building a structured, profitable business that gives you the finance, the cash flow, and the breadth and time to become an entrepreneur, where you have multiple streams of income and a multifaceted business that we're starting to put a bigger and bigger value on, that one day you can exit, should you wish. And there are 3 ways that I'm going to do that for you. It's not complicated. It's simple, but it takes focus, it takes effort, and it takes discipline. And that's what we map out. The first step is clarity. Exactly where do you want to go? So where are you today? Where do you want to be in 3 years' time? We create that clear vision that we can then put goals and look at the obstacles, the limiting beliefs, perhaps the skills that we haven't got in the business, the lack of cash maybe, and we put together the systems and the plan. And I'll help you to do that so that you can overcome that, to build, by the end of that, even in one day, you will have a clear roadmap that takes you from where you are to where you want to be, looking at the areas you need to work on and the actions and initiatives in each area with absolute clarity, just like reading a map or following a sat nav. Step 2 is that strategy. How do we get from where we are to where we want to be? And we break those areas, that journey, into steps. One step at a time. We go from 3 years and we boil that back to 12 months, 90-day strategy, and then even down to the weekly tasks. So it's just literally one step at a time. A bit like a sat nav. You don't have to worry about the whole journey once you've put the zip code or the postcode in. You just need to focus on taking the next left, driving for 2 miles, then going across the next roundabout, one step at a time. Once you've got it mapped out, it becomes that simple. It's not easy, but it really is simple. And those steps, those actionable steps that you need to take, will be around building a sales team, building marketing, understanding brands, operations. But I'll teach you those systems. I've done it with hundreds of businesses just like you. Getting off the tools, building the system, getting your time back, and getting a team that build that business with you and for you. And then finally, when we've got our map and we know what we need to do, it is the accountability that says, have we hit those goals this month? If not, why not? What got in the way? And as a mentor that's built many of my own businesses and been recognized as exiting for thousands and millions and tens of millions of pounds, to help you do the same. And trust me when I say, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, regular mentoring every month or calls every week. You get access to me on that process, and I'll help you overcome any challenges and give you live examples, whether it's from a startup or through to someone like Charlie Mullins, who is the world's richest plumber, built the biggest plumbing business, exited for £150 million, and still how he's rebuilding a new business now to go to £1 billion, overcoming the challenges, staying aligned with your vision, and driving growth through action and feedback. Now, It's really simple. It's not easy, but as I said, those maps, those templates, they're all available to you. Where are you today? Where do you want to be? Which areas do we need to work on? And then in year 1, 2, or 3, what actions and initiatives do we need to do against maybe people, finance, marketing, operations? And we take what feels like a big journey, but we break it down into small steps that can be actioned by anybody, and we get the people to help you do that. But the best part is, I'm not telling you something that I've read in a book or learned on a course. I have built my own businesses for over 20 years to life-changing levels, and I've helped hundreds of trades businesses like you do exactly the same. Now, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I've done it for many, many people. And, my reviews speak for themselves. You can find them on Google. You can find them on LinkedIn. You can find them in different ways. People who say that my one-to-one mentoring helped give them a plan, from startups with just an idea to how to get out of a job, to get on the tools, to get off the tools, each step of the way to build a scaling business. To Trevor, who had an EV charging business installing electric chargers for cars, to someone now who has a global business because he designed a special block that helped other people do that. And we got him licenses in Canada, Australia, America, and Europe that has now let him take some money out of the business to change his life. To Kevin Byrne, the founder of Checkertrade. You may have heard that. Kevin built a business from being a drug addict living in his car to exiting for £76 million. How did they build this business? What systems did they use? To even the work I do with the gypsy billionaire, Alfie Best. So from an idea to a single person working on the tools, to a business scaling to 7 figures, right through to working with billionaires. I bring those systems to help you. And I could go on and on and on. I could easily say these things. These are people who have posted reviews for me on Google saying about how I help them get out of a job, get off the tools, scale their business, overcome finance challenges. And I could keep on and on. But I don't want to bore you with that. I can help you. But if you want to learn more about how I can help you and what I can do to transition you through those different stages, to scale your business, to get more sales, to get off the tools, but to get your time back, then just click Let's Chat and book your free, no obligation call. It's a no pressure call. You can leave your credit card at home, just book a call. You can ask me any questions you like, and I can better understand how I can help you on your journey to success. I'm excited to potentially see you in the Success is a System family. Have an amazing day, and thanks for watching.